All right, as our last construction was side angle side, included copying two sides and one angle. This construction, as ASA may suggest, is going to require us to duplicate two angles and one side. That's with the first two constructions, the SSS and SAS constructions. We do need to begin the construction by just giving ourselves array. So here's our array right here. Use your straight edge, give yourself something to start working on, okay? From that point, it's best to go ahead and start with your line segment. And so the next thing we're going to do here is we're going to use our compass and duplicate the length of segment, in this case AB. There we go. Now that you have your segment length measured on the compass, we can go down to our array and go ahead and arc it out. That gives us our endpoints of the side that was given to us, in this case, AB. So why don't we go ahead and label those AB. Just so we make sure that when we start copying the angles, we're putting them in the right locations. Now the truth is, I could have put A on the right side of the segment, and I could have put B on the left. That is totally up to you. But once you label those endpoints, once you label the points that are going to become the vertices of our triangle, we have to make sure that we're putting the correct angles and the correct locations. The next thing I'm going to do is start copying some angles. Now, step 3 is to copy one of the angles at one of the endpoints, in this case A and A. You can probably imagine the very next step is going to be to copy angle B, the other angle at the other endpoint, and that's exactly what we're going to do. I'm kind of going to do them simultaneously just because as I start marking through angle A as part of that duplication, it's really easy just to use the exact same distance and start marking through angle B. So I'm going to come over here and give myself that mark through angle A, and then very similarly give myself that arc through angle B. Okay. Technically that second arc is really part of the fourth step, which is where we do duplicate the second angle. But it's just as easy to go ahead and measure it ahead of time. Arc everything at the same time. Now to finish the construction of copying angle A, as we initially covered a couple chapters ago, back in I believe chapter 1 when we were doing the construction of copying an angle, duplicating an angle, we have to measure these two reference points that we constructed with our original arc. So I'm going to come over here to the arc for angle A and give myself that intersection point. And then using our straight edge, we're going to draw a straight ray through that reference point. That takes care of duplicating angle A. And the only thing left to do now is to go ahead and finish what step 4 was of this construction, which is to come over to angle B and do the exact same measurement. We're going to measure from reference point to reference point along the arc. We'll come over to the arc we created from the second arc, the arc that we're coming from vertex B. And if you're still not sure where the third vertex is going to be, all you have to do is draw that ray with your endpoint through the point we just created with the arcs, And where it intersects the other ray has to be the missing vertex. That has to be vertex C that we were looking for. And as I've mentioned on the other two constructions, because the sequence of this information was in an angle side angle sequence, no matter who does this construction, if you're using the same two angles and the same same segment length, you're going to come up with congruent triangles. All of these triangles will be congruent because the angle side angle postulate guarantees us triangle congruency. So I hope you had as much fun as I did, and we'll talk to you on the next construction, which will be angle side.